forced to react. It's not like he's ready for it. He can't go back to long now either because Simple certainly holding off that angle. Crosses. Has made out one-op shot and gets back across. That means he'll be able to hold from truck. Still the same problem. Gobi's got to rotate. Backstairs are going to be hard to get out of with utility. Throw them their direction. 48 seconds. smooya can't land the first shot. That might make a massive difference. Does manage to make do, getting Edward in return. Bomb not yet planted, but they'll pick him apart with nades. Further thrown that direction, and flamie runs him down, but it exposes electronic in the process. Zeus spots tabsen just barely inside of the smoke.
Have you seen how basic the approach is from NaVi? They don't go for tactical executions whatsoever, and it seems to be working. Big Arm getting the cues they're used to, are seeing all the smokes come through as they drop theirs. They're getting straight up angels here, and they're not rising to the occasion on these important rounds. As we'll see 2 kills come in, and just tizian now has to fall back as flamie with 2 frags, electronic and Zeus helping him out at the same time. Luckily for Big though, Simple isn't having one of those games where he's just absolutely going off, so he's looking relatively contained for now. But they do give this round up. It's going to be 8-5 as tizian desperately tries to hold on towards T-spawn. He's got the M4A4 and 1 smoke. That's about it. You can see Zeus hunting for him right now. He might be able to do something about it, so it looks in the wrong direction. So tizian will save the M4, and he's going to need it the next round.
Rather than, okay, there we go, close door. I was going to say he might not spot Edward, timing everything. Now he realizes it and goes back as he jumped up. First kill success. Knows there's likely to be company. Jumps again to find further information, but he's watching out for utility.
Ooh.
As Zeus absolutely destroys him over the small box.
That's a beautiful shot there from Zeus. 9 seconds. Gobi can still deny this. Not anymore. Will be planted. It gives his position up. Be throwing a smoke. He anticipates another player in that position, but they're both towards the bathrooms right now. Another 2-on-2, and it's the final round of the half.
tizian actually has a wall of smoke to get toward the bomb. I don't think he was aware of it. flamie knows now, so he's going to get out and try and get on this before the smoke's fully dissolved. They'll hear him get on that defuse, but they're firing above it. Gobi needs to swing out and protect him. He can't do it, but it doesn't matter! And to utility's point, they were very good at their flash duels early on. They never really got the double op rolling with tabsen, which has been an instrumental part of their CT success. So to still get 7 rounds is promising, but it is NaVi that has the lead going to the favored side. And they've got the start in the pistol, but that's pulled back. Simple with 1 tabsen response to get electronic.
1-4, Simple down to 7 HP here. In terms of the overall complexion of the rounds, smooya investigating towards shore, but he might get a little bit more than he bargained for. Edward has spotted him crossing over. He'll be going in first. They are going to rotate back towards Monster. He might have the advantage here. smooya gets a solo duel once again when 2 players are there. Luckily, Edward finally gets the trade out and maintains the man advantage here. He is alone. 64 HP as Next takes down Simple. That was the low HP player. Gobi left in a 2 versus 1.
One side of the map. Starts to force the defense to reconsider and are hoping they can catch them in transition. It's not even really a fake, it's using the clock and a tiny amount of utility to not show anything. Try and bait out the CTs, which they've now done. They've got another smoke down towards Monster. No smokes left. Contact made on A. That might force a rotation, but they haven't left the site in B yet. In fact, this might be read by NaVi because the smoke at Monster still holds them off and there's no further action, so Edward's going to be ready. Certainly for a fight. Whether or not he wins it, all pushing in. With an SMG, good nade though, softens them up. The SMG can do massive damage. Thankfully, the one player not turned around, not blinded off is Gobi, and he holds with the AK, because that could have been a slaughter as they've gotten through Monster. tizian now toward the pillar, will hold off, look down, find Zeus, but can't find the angle, and electronic to get the complimentary kill to bring it 2 versus 2 with 13 seconds. They won't be able to get to the bomb. Gobi has held Zeus off long enough, and electronic will get both back in turn somehow immediately over the ramp.
Well, there we go with a 4K. Towards the B bomb site. It is going to be round number 19, of course. The CZ's coming out, and a partial buy overall from Big. They have got Kevlar and some bare bones utility as well. Edward keeps wanting to apply the pressure here. Man, if he goes down again, he's got to stop doing this. Okay, that's got to be it now. Stop pushing every single round.
Caught with SMGs, caught with rifles. Going down to pistols in each occasion. Now that rifle holds in the hands of tizian, but he's now the only one left. As Simple finds the angle, tizian does get flamie back, so something to work for, something to pull out economy. Yet to win a round on this T side so far for Big, this being the first gun round. Likely we head to 12 rounds for NaVi. Don't forget Dust 2 comes up next. That's where Big's had the majority of their success in this event. Simple holding off the backside for the rotation the other direction. Should be able to pick up a clean and easy kill. Spots the gun. Oh, is he going to?
Uh-oh.
Oh, he doesn't get the opportunity, but he absolutely... Not an adjective I use very often.
And this looks like it's not possible, if I'm honest. They've smoked out of the B sites, and all flamie has to do is get one kill here. And Edward luckily gets it for him. That's going to be the end of the round because there's no plan possible now. tabsen just has to stay alive. Frustrating finish for them. It's actually looking pretty decent with the map control they had. But the last minute around, electronics looking sharp as well. You have to walk in towards the B side, hope for the best here, boys. Edward has been weak on this side of the map. Maybe if they can get 2 opening picks again, they'll be absolutely fine. There's the burst, and flamie to defend him.
Symple still has range with the AWP, can't hit the shot immediately on the site, but flamie now knows they're there. In turn, they know he's there, and next goes by! What a recovery to find Zeus peeking out immediately after as well. And Tizian never left the ramp, which means he can still spot toward the window. Symple on 15, and they'll be smoked off. He cannot get aggressive with the AWP, but the bomb now goes down. That changes things. It's still into a one-on-one as Tizian reads electronic trying to pounce upon the drop bomb. Does Symple have the read that it's there?
With 45 seconds as well, huge advantage for Tizian. He could suggest he's gone towards a Symple, such low HP, can't even commit to a peek to get information here. He's holding a tight angle, he's hoping. And Tizian plays himself and walks into his crosshair. 30 seconds. Tizian doesn't really have time to fall back towards A at this point. He's committed towards B, and he is going to plant. That's the cue for Symple to start making his way in.
Symple's heard it. He played it so he couldn't go anywhere but the long way around. He's looking for the angle, desperately getting closer. Tizian with one shot toward the window has given up. He has gone to the left side. Oh my, that gun shows. Symple can't land it when he peeks, and he's lost track of him. He thinks he's gone forward, which means Tizian has a wide open shot. And it doubles in giving it to him because if he rotates back, he can also play onto the window. Nonetheless, Zeus still hungry for information at this point. 37 seconds. First kill goes flamie's way. Good find on next. That shuts down one approach to the A site as they hold off toward the front side of the bathrooms. Bomb has to walk in silently, so the fight has to go directly on from the stairs as flamie takes out tabsen. Him on the AWP after Symple goes down. It's got 3 kills for them so far. The only 3 is it sits to his side. Tizian and Gobby finding kills, but it's the flank from Edward. He pushed out so aggressively in B early on, and he knew exactly when to use tactically. It counters it. Although it does leave a gap, tabsen nearly gets control of. flamie manages to survive only just. It forces him into the corner at long. They know he's there, but no one out there to capitalize on it. Doesn't really help.
There it is. 4 versus 3 now. Potentially the last round. Big. With 30 seconds remaining, the bomb in the connector right now. Where do they finish up? They've got 1 smoke and an incendiary. A couple of flashbangs. It looks like it'll be a B bomb site finish. There's rotations coming in. Zeus backing up Edward as the smoke goes down perfectly here. A couple of kills will do it, but Zeus finds nothing. Edward, the last line of defense now. Can he find both frags? He can't, but Symple, that should do it, Matt. The bomb's down the pit. I don't think there's even time to win the round, but Symple will get the final frag.
So too with Zeus, who ends up back towards CT, but they still have the crossfire. Zeus won't be able to see above just yet. Hasn't elected to jump up. Good shot. Electronic! Oh, the second one was brilliant. Bomb goes down and next suddenly scurries away. No chance to go further. Does get 1 kill on it. It's more important that flamie watches the inside of the site, however, because Gobby's gotten the kill back on a weakened electronic, and flamie, I thought, would respond. He holds station, which means next didn't know that he was there because Gobby never spotted it. But I think he could have done potentially a little more damage early on. Either way, they get the box instead. Tighter angle, still couldn't land the shot, and he's limited by the small little half wall, the ankle ledge beside him as next takes down the first shot. Symple's overwhelmed. Good execution. Smoke to CT. They're already backing off 3-1.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's why long is such a valuable piece of the map. It's so stifling for the CTs. The idea is once you have long control, you've established that, you're going to be rotating back into your default. Leave a couple of players there, then you go up towards short. And if Symple gets that first kill, that's horrendous, but he missed it. And then they've pushed him back towards the side. What happens at that point? He's got pressure from long and short, and he just either has to fall back or try and fight them. Obviously went for the fight, didn't hit any of the shots. Their utility usage was very good. They smoke CT spawn, they molotov the side, they flash over and go at him at the same time. And he just can't find a position to even find an opening kill there. So perfectly played by Big. It's why they want to be playing this map. That's a classic Dust 2 approach. And for now, 3 players trying to survive on the NaVi side. You can see they've got 3 rifles here. In terms of overall money, they've even got enough for another buy. So saving 3 rifles will be very beneficial going forward. But there we go. Big are on the board, and all 5 players survive. That's not...
Allows Gobby. Rite of passage up the wall. Flash won't catch him. Good hold from electronic. Creative angle. Doesn't have a window to shoot at. Kaikki had to hit a headshot on the way through. M4 makes that more difficult. Overstays as well. And runs to tabsen, but tabsen goes down to flamie. Speaking of a bit incendiary, as smooya gets the shot back, he's the only one left. 1 versus 3. Bomb down has at least crossed over with the box to protect the window and the smoke down at the doors. They won't push aggressively. Zeus is on his own. If he goes down here, a chance for smooya, but he makes two.
Oh, big commitment.
Bloom higher in the air. They don't get to see him. He's timed it perfectly. Goes back for more though, but Simple and Edward find kills in their favor. Down to smooya once more. Next didn't need to jump in. Smooya's got the sight on his own, but this is going to have to be absolutely incredible.
Wow. Let's see what he can do with it. They have got incendiaries and 3 smokes. They should be able to eradicate a lot of risk here. Smoke on the side, take away vision best they can. You want to be smoking the back of that platform as well. That would be ideal. But electronic has jumped in here. He spotted him, and it's going to be a quick finish there. Not really much Simple. Oh, so smooya could do. Those names correct. As he holds towards the bottom side box there, not really a lot of options. Just hoping the timings works in his favor. He focused towards the tunnel.
Off of long. They do get position to find damage into tabsen. Damage therefore into 3 players. flamie grabs the AWP instead. That much damage. They've got to be somewhat cautious of nades heading that direction. Instead, though, electronic's going to get flashed in. Back turn, they hear it, but they are looking somehow. Still, electronic gets away with it. Surely, I thought they would turn around and be reactive. They can't. He's got 3. A missed shot taps in. flamie retreats off, and he knows he doesn't need to let this go to a one-on-one because the bomb is nowhere near. Excuse me, I should say there's still 2 more in it, but either way, no chance in isolating it. And electronic, the absolute hero in the round, finally gets disposed of, but Zeus has joined his position. Easy trade.
And that's what it's long. This time nails a shot, and Simple, he hasn't done a lot in the last 5 rounds. Been taken down first most of the time.
Well, the thought goes in. Tizian's aware that they actually ran through that spot of Zeus, but hasn't disposed of him yet. He knows he's locked in as well, so all he has to do is hold the corridor. Meanwhile, tabsen sneaks out catwalk. Edward tags him, easily switches over to the pistol, has lots of time, but caught in the air by Goppy, who tries to catch electronic in transition. In doing not, leaves himself to go down. Unfortunately, however, for electronic, it is now just he remaining versus 3, and next has him. It is the half for Big, 8-7. Same score we had in the first game. This time, however, protect Edward. Check down towards spawn himself. Shots toward tizian don't yet land. Edward jumps, committing to it. Bomb down between the 2 pairs. They can isolate this and open up the map again if they wanted to wrap back through middle, but still. Gompy holds a bit more damage, and they don't have to react to it, so that's exactly what they wanted to do. They can now hold off one approach to it, but tizian is doubled up. Oh, I say that, all of a sudden tabsen's going to rotate around.
This is going to be such a frustrating round for Big if they give this one out. It could be the collapse of them. 4 on 2, and they're getting picked off one by one. Tabsen comes in, he's got 3 kills so far, does not deserve to lose this round, and he's committing to the ace. Here we go! He absolutely...
tizian further smoke down.
This is a difficult round now. They've got smooya on the AWP. He's all the way to the mid-doors right now. Tizian, you can see the crowd trying to help him out somewhat. He is aware as a player right by him. Can he find the shot though? Bomb ticking away. Flashbang not going to be too effective here, but the shots from Simple and Zeus certainly are. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Yeah. And the force buy that absolutely had to work out for NaVi. Here's a complete success here. 2 versus 1 and a guaranteed round as that bomb goes off. It was as soon as they took down the orb of tabsen, that's when the round turned around. That's when electronic gets 2 kills. Great AK shot towards short.
For Edward. Simple, the previous one I mentioned. Next, good start. Gets the M4. Pulls back out. Goes through and finds Simple. Chance in it as he actually shuts down electronic! And Nex is full of sex as he shuts out Zeus. It is damn fine. All on flamie. How the hell do you turn that around?
Absolutely sensational scenes. Nex getting it done, and this round is a foregone conclusion at this point. Tizian will be dropped, but surely flamie can do nothing with this whatsoever. Smoke goes down. He's going to Molotov towards the window, hoping that baits out a rotation from lower B. They're assuming he's got towards the site, and they would be completely wrong. Another kill available for him. Surely this isn't possible.
Seen a few fine aces. Croman's yesterday's up there. tabsen's in the pistol today. This, I think, would top them all. Given the circumstances, given that we were about to go to a tie game, they were in a triple eco situation, and he's got... Good rotation, therefore, from Goppy, because he'll be able to spot them. Simple, in turn, has not seen him, but now he's aware, as he always seems to be, but Goppy was posted and ready and left nothing to be desired. Knew that there was a possibility a player would turn around and check it. Zeus tries to hold off. They knew he'd gone into the corner. They find him. Edward's in the sight, but they already pushed back through tunnels, which means they completely surround him. And tizian gets the shot. Great mid-round calls from Big, from Goppy, and now it's on to electronic, trying to isolate. Oh, himself! He reads it! He reads it! And next, and Gabi start to push up. Gabi has a CZ himself this round, but he'll be able to go first. Although I say that, Molotov segregates, doesn't even matter. They find Next behind him. He gets the bomb down temporarily, can't get a gun. He's stuck in the corner. They try and chase him, and he can't get away.
It's going to be another tight round here, Matt. 30 seconds is 3 versus 2. Tizian in a great position to lock them down here. AK-47 in towards lower B. If they went in that position, he would absolutely be taken down. Edward, Zeus make their way up towards A. tabsen does have the AWP. He's so good at this angle. Watch out for him. You feel like he's going to nail at least one of these shots. There it is. That should be the round now. Edward with it all to do. Bomb will be planted. Can he find anything more?
tabsen not leaving anything on the table. Doesn't go back to place it. How does... Knowing the situation, the gravitas of losing a weapon. We saw what that can do when Next picked up the M4.
Absolutely.
And here we go. Narrow choke point again. Fires in back to electronic.
5 versus 4. Nice pick from Gabi. Doesn't overcommit to the angle as well. He falls back. He knows this is map point. I've got there's the opening. And now the teammates with the crossfires can finish things off. tabsen hasn't really missed much at all in this second half. There's 2 kills to go. Make it 1. Zeus with 5 players up against him, but that's going to be absolutely no chance for him. Smooya to finish things off. 16-11 as Big bounce back here.
Triumphant on this map in another incredible fashion. It's going to be immediately toward the outer yard that NaVi takes pose and sends electronic with a smoke to allow Edward on entry. tabsen's gone back up toward the E-box. Try and shut it down with the USB. Next instead finds Simple, but still he's got to find a shot before he's forced to back off. Gabi's going to protect him. 2 over the shoulder. Finally, Edward gets position and overwhelms them, so not done yet.
Wow, Edward getting it done, but it looks like Smooya and Tizian will take care of Zeus. Edward will now need the ace to finish this one off. 3 kills in front of him, but the bomb down by main entrance. The CT. 3 on 3. Remember, like I said, bonus round for Big. If they get this, that's going to mean they're so set up financially, even if they lose the round, as long as it's close, as long as they bring it down to maybe a 1 versus 1, they still have a full buy next round. NaVi probably won't. Zeus now makes his way out of Pop Dog. There's no real presence towards our side, just Gabi at the backtracks there watching the bomb train. 20 seconds now. Somehow does a lot of damage with the Deagle. Next will finish things off, and Electronic has 1 HP here.
Simple runs down to try and get the bomb planted. Gabi's the one who can swing out to spot it. Electronic, good effort, but again, he was so low, nothing he could really do to take the... Ivy, where Zeus waits as Edward tries to get in position. Tizian will wrap all the way around the outback. As Moses calls it toward that position. Missed shot from Zeus. And it's back to a 2 versus 2. Make that one better. Simple disposed of. No bomb plant as of yet for Edward. He has time to commit to it. Knows that they're removed from the picture, or at least directly close to him, and therefore puts it down, backs away. Still a chance the AK can pull it off. But there is kits for both. Incendiary, Molotov, and a flash. Excuse me, and a smoke, rather than the Molotov. So yes, they can get that on top of it, try and hold for the defuse. Edward makes contact. Gets the better in the exchange, takes Tizian to 42, but he stays alive. That's the important part, because now they have the information as to where he is. They can play it as a team. Smooya with the op, now the only one left. Good find from Edward on the second approach. Gets above as well, fakes off of it. Smooya knows it. He's on the bomb, smoke is too. Does Edward realize it? Goes out, he's got a roll! Now flash in, they want to push. Gabi knows they're there, lets them go. He's going to use the smoke. Oh, undetectable. Delectable, takes down Zeus immediately. Electronic gets found by Gabi immediately after. Good swing, good read. He knew his second one was gone somewhere. He let them go and played so invasively inside of that smoke that he read it like a book, but now it's flamie to try and pull back to the bomb. tabsen up close, Simple to hold it. He's left in a 1 versus 4, but a first kill was gifted to him based on the position. Anything beyond that?
tabsen knows it. He can just find one of these kills. That should be enough. Bomb going to get near to the side now, but not for long. flamie taken down, and Simple will find the kill. Is that time to plant? I don't... Yeah, they might have it. They might have it.
Just barely.
It's going to go down. Tizian was hoping they didn't have time to get the bomb planted, but there it is. 2 versus 1 now for him.
Do they know? I don't think they know Tizian's coming from Pop Dog. Yeah, they must, because Electronic was sitting right behind Simple, staring at only that doorway when they desperately held that plant. Now they certainly know where he is, as Simple was trying to slide out with the AWP, but damage onto him. And getting closer to the same position. It's a double position for them as Simple reads it.
Drops, and it goes back to the 4-on-4.
Stay back to the outer sight. tabsen still trying to hold him off. Next is forward of the smoke that's that sandwich. If he wanted the flash, he would be distracted. He's still looking that direction. He's got to be careful because electronic is still working in from Ivy. Advantage goes the way of Big by Next getting a kill, but now they know exactly where he is toward Quad. Awkward exchange. Goes tabsen, but now it's all on Simple. 2 kills for him. He'll get the bomb toward Pop Dog, and he's got time just barely to run it to B.
Yeah, and that's exactly where he needs to go. Look at the positioning of the CTs right now, both hovering on the Ivy area. tabsen making his way towards T spawn. Tizian holds Ivy. Simple will get the bomb down, and this is his absolute bread and butter. 2 versus 1 clutch. He's got the AWP, some time to reposition. But will he anticipate the flank from behind? tabsen will completely destroy him.
Deep Molotov, he'll back off. Watching behind him, expecting flashes. He knows they've dropped down, they spot him pushing back in. So they're spraying toward him. Edward rather jarringly takes him down when he repeaks. So too Simple finds smooya as he tried to flank it out. Scout shot lands. Fortunately, Next burns alive for trying. 8-7 for the 3rd straight map. It's looking like our halftime scoreline. Again, it'll be Big that has the lead, as they did do on Dust 2. Remember, they were 1 back on Overpass. Maybe there's something in that, but it's going to be NaVi switching over to the CT side of Train. Got B, but...
Given the PD-50 to find his long-range duels while the bomb gets planted. Edward and Zeus are there. It's that CZ for Zeus. Can he get any damage done with it? I don't think he will. He will be dropped at that point, bomb to be planted, and this is looking perfect from Big. They're pushing down towards that connector, but Simple is still alive and kicking. You know what that means. Headshots are coming, but this time he'll be the one receiving it. Electronic 3 versus 1, and it looks like he might be done because they've got him contained in towards the connector itself.
Good find on Next, down to a 1 versus 2. Bomb's planted. He hasn't picked up a kit as of yet. I don't think there was one. Zeus said the CZ rather than the kit would to go along with the smoke, so he might be on his own in this situation. So much as time is concerned, as tabsen tries to climb up the ladder. He has been tagged once, but Electronic's going to back it off. He just wants to keep his armor at this point in time. 8-7 turns to 9. Big take the advantage early on the T side.
Pretty much exactly as we described it at the start. Default at the very beginning. Wait for that CT aggression, see if there's any different plays being presented. Once you confirm they're in a default formation, get ready to go inside.
Next out, smoke's down everywhere. Given a massive free kick to NaVi, but they might take it back. Simple does slide out to find tabsen. Can't. Oh, I take that back. I was going to say can't hit Gob. He does catch him before he gets toward the E-box. Spray down from Electronic gives away his position. However, and smooya is able to capitalize, but look at the HP, and now it's just smooya with only 10. Can't find the spray. All they're holding on the spool. So a full change of scenery as Simple takes the op to a position of rotation at Z connector.
It's designed to give Tizian a silent drop down, but here we go, the commitment towards outside. It's Simple. Electronic going to town on Big here. It's now a 4 versus 2. God B. He's left with no grenades here and no manpower, and they'll be punished for it. 30 seconds, Simple. He's surely going to get this one as well. What a shot that is! Takes down God B, and they'll take
4 versus 4. Zeus realizes they've gone out toward the back tracks. Smoke he can see above, he finds Next. They still, though, can work this through CT and try and catch off Simple. Very tight angle on the AWP. They spotted him on the cross, he's aware of it, has to change his position. Even though they got the information, he's still able to back off and find Tizian. tabsen, meanwhile, though, has gone in from above. He's going to be completely surrounded. In fact, he's not even going to get anywhere because smooya is all that's left. He gets Simple, but they're going to chase him down. 5 seconds, bombs drop, no chance to win the round. It's all about saving the op and not losing any more money. He has to get away alive, and I was just saying, I think he will. Zeus just barely missed the shot.
Well, there we go. There is still plenty of cash, believe it or not.
He's gone. He hasn't had the money for the ops, so hasn't been able to get the opening kills with it. Next, Molotov to E-box is going to run directly by. Keep in mind, flamie's just waiting. He can still swing out if they don't want to take over Hell, if they don't want to take the quad position. It's going to give him all the room in the world to work, and here he goes. 9 seconds, they're on the plant. They're going to get it down because he's watching toward H, but flamie finds it, swings. They never even challenged him. They gave him far too much to work with, and he walks out from sandwich, and my God, is it ever tasty. Just smooya to find 1 versus 2, and he's gone already. NaVi, 2-1, will take the lead.
8-7 at half, but as soon as they go into the CT forces, they absolutely run away with the game. Big tried everything they could, but couldn't break down that defense whatsoever. It was way too strong on the CT side, Matt. They tried to bully inside as much as they could, and they were convincing. They actually found kills on Zeus, but every time Simple would rotate in, he completely destroyed them. He gets 30 kills there, and that does set the tone for Inferno quite dramatically.
Dramatic indeed. There can be a lot of tactics brought to the fold when you're on a map like Inferno. We'll see if Gabi...
Zeus, not going to get super aggressive there, but it looks like 5 players are heading towards the B side of the map here. They have 2 smokes, so he goes towards spawn and the coffins, but tabsen will steal away the first kill. Reads the play that aggression will come in once Banana was taken. They'll get an early 5 versus 4, but my God, that is absolutely stunning from electronic as he plucks 3 of them away.
I'm not going to say anything. What can you say? I mean, that was ridiculous. All 3
Simple.
shots were so good. Simple knows that next has gone by easy. Hard shot, believe it or not, from the backside to hit the head like that, especially with the USP, but took his time to line it up. And with all that information, just tabsen that remains. Simple already spotting him toward the bottom side of mid.
Oh, that movement, like parkour.
I know, that was pretty cool. Got around the corner, gets another one as well. So electronic and Simple, your 2. flamie finds the return. They don't have to commit. The smoke's down.
Oh!
And they have to get the kill in the corner. smooya, he gets off the ledge and goes for it. That is exactly what you were talking about with Impact, because now it allows the bomb to be planted, and only just with 3 seconds.
I think they might even save this one. We'll see. Bomb has only just gone down. Let's see if they can find any frags. But players in the world towards bottom of second middle. It looks like an absolute save. That came right down to the wire. It might not seem like it, but there was, what, 6 seconds when they finally commit to the site. If 1 kill comes in there from the bomb side player, that was enough. That was going to be winning the round. But smooya, close range AWP, nails the shot, preempts it. And their bomb cannot be denied. This will be the first round of the board for Big here. The 3 players, maybe not quite 3, will survive. It's going to be 2 in the end. flamie needs to make sure he holds onto this AWP. A bit of a weird round there. Simple's the main AWPer. flamie was using it this round. They will save 2 of those weapons, though.
Same approach as Big. He's playing his own smoke. He's got a gap. Zeus, he's able to get the first kill. Edward's still not giving himself up. Now he fires, and they stomp over each other, but Simple's back in. It's all traded. Tizian and tabsen with kills on the big side, and that's going to give them the bomb plant. 9 seconds, and they go safe side left, not default. Smoke down that flamie couldn't get the angle with the AWP. There's 2 of them up, 1 on either side, and smooya going to be holding aggressively with his toward the ruins as tabsen then charged with new box.
There are no kits available, and they do not have much to work with here at all. tabsen will get the first shot. Electronic brings it down to the 1 versus 1. smooya nails the shot, though. I'm sorry,
Exactly that.
It was absolutely brilliant, really. It's going to be Simple holding it towards the logs. Only good for 1. That's great news for Big. If Simple is shut down, betrayed, that's absolutely fine. Zeus rotates in, trying to buy Edward a little bit more time. Edward has been struggling, to say the least, at the B bomb site. He has an AK, but that's pretty much it. He'll hold towards new boxes. And it's not exactly the position that's ideal for getting multiple spray downs. We'll see whether he can be backed up by Zeus. He's had a good couple of rounds now, 3 on 3.
Behind new box still, though, has not been spotted. And bomb will not be planted. 34 seconds. Edward times it. So too will he time to allow Zeus back in the site. How is smooya alive in this? AWP, give him a chance, boys.
Job at that. Next now alone and now removed. 3 versus 2. It has swung around. 1 player remains. tabsen. He is an amazing CS player, but does he have it in him to even get close to this one? He's got to get past electronic first. He starts to swing towards the arch side. Down he goes. Well recovered by NaVi. 1 step closer to the trophy. He has got a P250. He didn't go to the corner. He might be punished for this. Gets away with it.
I don't know about that. Oh, just barely. Twice he got around the corner in time. Meanwhile, flamie's found tabsen. So while all that went on, as exciting as it was, a more important kill perhaps on the opposite side. Good find from Gabi, falls off. Doesn't get caught again with an aid. Manages somehow to get the gun redeployed and gets Edward down as it's all on Simple. He's wrapped in, catches Gabi in the pit. Accidental jump surely, and they've got to rotate back.
They're both there towards B, and they're up against the final boss of Counter-Strike. He's got utility to buy himself some time, gets in towards the pit. They don't have a kit here, Matt, but they do have the incendiary. I'm all in on Simple. Looks like he's winning this one.
He's topped every leaderboard throughout the year. Ratings, kill records, highlight reels. The one thing he doesn't have is a championship, and he wants one desperately. He's giving himself a chance for it now as he shuts down smooya. Next is next! And he's got that too! 2 rounds to go, and he'll have that last. Left in it now for Big. They have to work back through smoke. They have to take down a boosted player in Simple, who's done massive damage, but yet to find a kill. He will do so now. Just next, and Gob B, a heroic run, but the clock strikes midnight, and the story might be over. It's all Gob B. He gets one kill. It's to salvation at this point. Makes it another, but it's all done. Surely, as they wrap around, electronic fittingly finds the last kill. 16-8, NaVi will pick up finally a trophy they've been waiting for all year. And credit to Big in this incredible arena, they made it interesting.
2017 was a questionable year for NaVi, mainly full of disappointment. Electronic was brought in to find them more success. He brought more firepower, and it seems to be coming together now. A great tournament from all the players. Simple, got to be the MVP, absolutely. Top of the charts pretty much every single game. They gave away a map to Big, and just to talk about the Germans, they can keep their heads held very high. It's been a phenomenal run, historic, and I'm sure it's the beginning of something great for them as well.
Yeah, and you could point out so many stories for them. One of them has to be smooya. Debut on an international stage this large. NaVi. Simple, you said it has to be the MVP. He was MVP of Star Ladder when they were runner-up. He said he didn't matter. He said all he cared about was the trophy. Maybe this time if he gets the